right, we got our latest Avengers Endgame promo material, right? The TV spot, the Super Bowl TV spot. I'm sure it was very expensive. You know, Marvel paid a lot of money, Disney, because Super Bowl ads are pricey. So I hope they definitely capitalized on what they paid for. They're making the most of this really expensive real estate, right? Let us hope so. All right, let's get it. Let's get into it.
Some people move on, but not us. Not us.
Okay. That was very quick, not much there. Definitely a tease, definitely a TV spot. I mean, not a full-length trailer. I was more intrigued, I guess, than I was from the Captain Marvel TV spot, which I watched before this one. But I guess that's to be expected because unlike Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, there's actual build-up, 10 years of build-up and anticipation to how this storyline will culminate, you know, especially right after Infinity War last year. Of course, you know, Captain Marvel, you could say it's sort of 10 years of build-up because it's in the same universe. But Captain Marvel's a newer character. We haven't seen her yet, so I'm not really that... I don't know. The must-see factor for Captain Marvel isn't as much as Endgame because, you know, we've already seen these characters. There are storyline threads that are going to be wrapped up in this movie. What stands out to me most... Well, some of the things that stand out to me most about this trailer is that poster in that room. Where do we go now that they're gone? It reminded me of, you know, in Justice League when Superman was gone and in the beginning of Justice League and the world had gone into chaos or whatever, or there was people forlorn, lost, hopelessness because Superman wasn't there. It reminded me of the fact that, you know, without these awesome, great heroes, people are like lost or like worried. And I think that's realistic. I mean, if the Avengers were around in reality and they were doing all these good works, and, you know, people love them, as they do in the Marvel comics. Like, people idolize Captain Marvel and the Avengers in the comics, and they do in the movies, I guess. I don't remember if they do in the movies that much, because I think in Civil War and stuff, the reputation of a lot of Earth's heroes went down. I'll have to rewatch it. But anyways, people would love superheroes in real life if they were saving people and had awesome powers. And then if they vanished, or a bunch of, like, the ones people liked were gone, I think that would cause people would notice that and be like, what happened? What happened to these people that I love that were saving, you know, me and everyone I love, the world? So, you know, if the world is hopeless in this gap between Infinity War and Endgame, because I think it's supposed to be a 5-year, I don't know, like a gap in between time, that's very believable. And that struck me. I mean, I like how they put that in there. And then they showed the various Avengers who were left, you know, practicing. You know, we have Black Widow in the shooting range. I think that was her, right? With the braid. She has her hair blonde because I think she likes to go undercover or chain stuff. I don't think they explained, because Infinity War she had blonde hair, and they didn't say. I guess it was to be assumed. Yeah, she was on the run with Captain America, right? Or some other Avengers. I forget. I may have to watch this movie again. But, you know, practicing in the firing range. We saw, like, Nebula and I think... Who was that? Was that Rhodey? You know, practicing, or they were, like, forging something together. We saw Captain America with the shield in his hand, you know, gripping or whatever. He was like lacing up, or I don't know how you say that, putting his shield on or had it on with some intensity. But again, and we saw Thor looking intensely at something, I forget. But, you know, again, we saw a little bit, but not enough to really like get much of a cohesive feeling of anything from this movie. I mean, it's possible that Endgame might be the most realistic or serious or saddest Marvel movie because, you know, it's happening after a bunch of people presumably died, turned into dust, and the Avengers are on the ropes, the remaining Avengers. Maybe they themselves feel hopeless like the world does, given what happened. I mean, you saw like in this trailer, this TV spot, the color tone was a lot darker, shadowy, I think to heighten the mood and the emotional state that the Avengers are in. And maybe the audience, because, you know, a lot of people got emotional during Infinity War when all these characters seem to die. The emotional stakes are high. And I think when Endgame comes out, if they actually really kill off some people definitively, there could be some, you know, teary eyes in the theater from Marvel fans. You know, like if Robert Downey Jr. like is killed off and isn't Iron Man anymore, you know, a lot of people would be very unhappy about that. If that happens, we won't know yet. Or if Chris Evans leaves Captain America as a role and they kill him off and replace him with like Bucky or Falcon as the new captain, we'll see. Although I don't know if that'll happen because aren't Bucky, Winter Soldier, and Falcon supposed to be getting a Marvel streaming show? So do they have time to do that and also do Captain America movies as the new Captain America? We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if neither Robert Downey Jr. nor Chris Evans left. They stayed as Captain America and Iron Man. And all this will they or won't they leave is just promotional stuff or just, you know, hype to get people invested in the movie to see. Are they going to stick around when, you know, Marvel knows they're never going anywhere? But I don't know. But anyways, I thought this was good. I mean, it didn't show us much. It was just like the previous in-game trailer we saw. I mean, the trailers themselves weren't really that spectacular, but, you know, they don't need to be because the anticipation for this movie is high. And all they need to do is really just tease and show people, you know, doing stuff without giving too much of the plot away because I think, you know, they want to keep a lot secret to get us invested. So I think that on its own merits, this trailer, I thought this TV spot wasn't really that spectacular, but it kind of doesn't need to be because it's in-game. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.